Unit 1. 1. There is a peaceful village in Zambia, South Africa. The tribe that lives there, called the Babemba, is famous for the lowest crime rate in the world. How is this possible? This is due to their unique way of punishing crimes. When someone commits a crime in their village, that person has to stand in the village square. Then everyone comes and surrounds the criminal in a big circle. Instead of yelling, everyone says all kinds of nice things about the criminal. They say all the good things the criminal did. It's just like a court in which hundreds of lawyers gather and talk without any judges. After days of compliments, the village holds a festival for the criminal. This compliment bomb is very powerful. It helps the criminals change their behavior without getting hurt emotionally. Compliments can go a long way and truly change people. 2. Ants are often praised for their diligence. They gather food, keep their nest clean, and work hard to support their family. However, not all ant species live up to the praise. A handful of ant species have figured out a way to have their weaker cousins do these essential tasks. These so-called slave-making ants rob eggs from neighboring ants. The slave-making ants attack their nests, kill the adults, and carry the unborn young to their own nest. When the young hatch, they accept their new masters and carry out their tasks. For instance, they feed the young of the slave makers because slave-making ants specialize in fighting and have lost the ability to perform such basic tasks themselves. You may feel sorry for the slave ants, but surprisingly, they don't know they are slaves. 3. You may think robots are a recent invention, but they existed in the 19th century too. Here's something interesting about them. In 1928, a mysterious machine arrived at the Franklin Institute of Science Museum. The machine was a doll that looked like a young boy. Since the machine was not in good shape, the curators at the museum had no idea what it could do. So they patiently put the parts together and gave it a test run. Suddenly, the machine started to move. The boy opened his eyes, clutched a pen in his hand, and began to draw. He drew pictures and even wrote poetry. This was no ordinary machine. It was the earliest version of modern robots. But who built it? The robot gave the curators a clue. After writing a poem, the machine signed it like this: written by the automaton of Maillardet. Henry Maillardet, a Swiss clockmaker, had developed this automatic machine in London in 1805. At the time, clockmakers often invented such machines to show off their skills. Maillardet might have made this machine for fun, but it certainly helped pave the way for today's robotics technology.